All right, so welcome, Sydney. I'm really glad you're here today. So first of all, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about myself, my approach, my counseling background, my educational background, everything like that, just to get this session started. Okay, so my name's Leah. I'm currently a sophomore at Pfeiffer University. I have a double major in communications and human services. As far as counseling goes, I'm not licensed yet, but I have been taking a lot of human services and psychology classes that allow me to get the prior knowledge that I need to do these counseling sessions. As far as limits on confidentiality go, these sessions are not to be told to anyone unless I have notion to believe that you're going to harm yourself, harm another person, or if you know of a minor currently being abused or neglected. As far as HIPAA goes, I'm not going to take any records today. Like I said, I'm not licensed, but I do use these videos for educational purposes. So if I need to run anything by you, I will before I show anyone, and I'll run it by Dr. Belmore as well, which is my advisor. So other than that, I'm just going to open up the floor and just allow you to tell me anything that's been going on while you're in counseling or therapy, and whatever you need to tell me and get off your chest.
Okay. Well, I'm a senior, so I have a lot of work, and a lot of my work is I'm basically just having to take classes to fill my schedule for this last semester, and so I chose classes that were in my major. So they're obviously a lot of work. I'm a biology major, and in 3 of my biology classes we have 3 big projects, and one of them we have to write a 10 to 15 page paper. The other one we're having to write papers. It's our biology seminar class, and that's basically the one that will make or break me at the end of this if I graduate or not. And that's one that's like really stressing me out right now because like we have so much work in it, and I feel like she just gave it to us like at the very end. Like we knew about it, but we didn't start talking about it until like a couple weeks ago, and like the due dates just came back to back to back. So I'm a little behind in that class, but I mean she's really understanding and helping me. But as far as like all the work goes, I'm really stressed out. And then after this I have like a job lined up that is in basketball, so I'll be doing like something that I love, but it's gonna be in the middle of like exam week and stuff. So I'm trying to like line out what I'm gonna do after school and then trying to get all my assignments done, and it's really stressful. Like everything is basically due at one time. All my projects are due at the same time. I have to present all of them, and 2 of them are group projects, which make it worse. So like I'm having to coordinate with other people. So that's really what's been going on. That's really been stressing me out and draining me.
Yeah, so what I'm hearing from you is like, regardless if you're stressed, and I know you've mentioned you were stressed a couple times, but regardless if you were stressed about it, it seems like you have a pretty good notion of how you're doing things. You're pretty aware of things that you're getting done on time. Does that sound about right?
Yeah. I'm getting a lot of my stuff done on time, but with the senior project, it's kind of like needs to be perfect because we're presenting it in front of the whole biology teacher, all the biology teachers. So she wants it to be like really good, and I turned something in, and it wasn't, not that it wasn't good enough, it wasn't done like right, because on the rubric it says 2 different things. So then I turned something else in, and then that one wasn't done like, I guess, to her standards. So now I'm having a type of paper right now that was like supposed to be due 2 weeks ago. But I mean, she's helping me on it and helping me like go through it and stuff. So I know like I'm getting the things done that I need to get done. It's just this one class is like stressing me out because it's the only class I'm behind in.
So like, do you think that this major is for you? Like, do you enjoy this major thoroughly?
I enjoy it up until like now. This is probably my most stressful semester, and I feel like it should have been my easiest since I'm about to graduate. It's been like the hardest couple of weeks out of my whole college career, honestly. And I don't know if like they're just trying to throw a bunch of stuff on us at the very end since we're about to graduate or what, but I mean it's really stressful. And I think this major is for me because I was pre-med, and then I changed to biology, and I want to do something in the medical field, but biology, like one of my professors said I could use that to get into dental school. So I took the easier approach, I guess, instead of having to go through all the pre-med stuff with basketball, because it was going to be really stressful. So I mean, I think it's for me. I enjoy doing it. I love doing labs and stuff. It's just this one class, like it's a 1 credit class, and it's my hardest class right now for no reason.
Yeah. So previously you mentioned that you have a job lined up, and then you're doing things in basketball, correct? And you mentioned that you play basketball as well, right? So do you think that there's anything right now that you could like take off your plate or like minimize to maybe help you with this major so you can graduate?
Not really, because the job that I'm taking, I'll be a director of women's basketball at Carolina Courts, and the guy that I'm working for, he's been really understanding that I need to get my work done first, and that I really just want to graduate before I get it, like jump into the job and make it full time. So like they're being really understanding about that, but right now like I'm just stressed because I know like in the next couple weeks I'm gonna have to start coordinating all the women's basketball stuff, and like that's stressing me out because I haven't really done that. I haven't managed a whole, like it's gonna be a big group of girls like all the time. I'm having to do summer camps and stuff, so I've never really done that before, so I'm basically just being thrown into it. But I've been meeting with the girl this position that I'm taking, and she's been like helping me gather things and like kind of line everything up. But as far as like taking something off my plate, I don't think so, because I mean I just quit one of my jobs that I had just to make a little extra money, and that helped a lot. That gave me a lot of free time. But that's about it. Like I can't think of anything that I need to give up, because the only thing I'm doing is school and then trying to prepare for that job basically.
So just a question here, how did you get from biology to then doing this women's basketball director thing? Are you like just taking time off until you go to masters, or?
So I played basketball since I was, I want to say 4, and when I was about 15 I met this guy and he started training me, so I've known him for a really long time, and now he actually owns Carolina Courts. And the ladies position that I'm taking, she's going to be a recruiter in Charlotte. And he was like, I couldn't think of anyone else for the job. Like, you were perfect. I've known you. Like, I know you're gonna be professional. And he actually called me and offered me the job. So my original plan was like, I want to go to dental school. That's my long-term goal. But I'm gonna take the fall off because I want to go to dental hygiene school at CPCC. That's in Charlotte. But whenever they were taking the TEAS test, it was during basketball season, and I wasn't willing to give up a basketball game to go take the test because it's my senior year. So basically, I have to wait until next spring to get in. But I'm just taking fall off, and I'm going to work. So I'm not really into basketball, like the job. I don't want to do it for the rest of my life, but I'm just taking this job for now because it's going to help me like eventually pay for school, and it's a full-time job. Like I'll be making really good money.
So you mentioned that you weren't willing to give up a basketball game. So really, what does basketball mean to you? Like, is it a passion of yours?
It is. I mean, basketball for me is, I mean, I'm glad that it's over for me now because it was really stressful, but like I love helping kids and like teaching kids and being there for them, like being a counselor during the summers and stuff. I mean, I would love to, me and my dad have talked about me coaching my own team one day, even like outside of whatever I decide to do. I don't see basketball being a full-time job for me, like being a high school coach or college coach or anything. But like if, say I was a dentist and I had time to go coach like a high school team whenever I was done for the day, I would love to do that. But like right now, it's important to me, but I love being there for other people and like helping them grow and learn.
Have you ever thought of basketball as being a way of therapy for you?
It has been, but it's caused me a lot of stress too. I don't know if it's because like the people on my team or situations that I've been put in, but I mean this year was really hard for me in trying to grow and learn as a player and grow with teammates that I'm only going to be with for a year. There's a lot of drama and stuff, but I mean I've had drama on other teams too. But I feel like for me this team wasn't as close as any of the other teams that I've been on. So this year, I mean, it really wasn't like, I didn't feel like I could just go to the gym and like let off steam and like I'd be okay after. I felt like if I go to the gym, like I'm thinking about all of them and just like dreading the fact that I have to be in practice with them the next day, basically. But when I was younger, me and my dad would always go to the gym, and I think him being there with me like helped me like know that everything was going to be okay, basically. Like he was like, I don't know, my dad is like very important to me, so when he's with me I feel like, you know, he's got me. And then basketball, and he always made it fun for me, like going to the gym and he would rebound for me and stuff, so it made it a lot easier for me. But right now I don't see it as like therapy for me. It's not. I mean, it's kind of was just like drowning. I felt like I couldn't breathe whenever I was still playing basketball.
So like because you were saying that your teammates had a lot of drama and that it just felt like you didn't really have a good team dynamic, do you think that your family, your support system made that a little bit worthwhile for you?
They definitely did. I mean, aside from my teammates, I loved going into games knowing that my family was going to be there, like seeing them in the stands. They've always supported me. I don't think my sister's ever missed a home basketball game, and like that's really important to me. My parents, that they haven't missed any games either, but like my sister's been my biggest support system, and so I don't know, like I get emotional talking about her, but yeah, like they really made it like awesome for me. Like this was a good year. They made everything perfect. Like I couldn't have wished for anything else, honestly.
Yeah. So it sounds like you have a pretty good family dynamic if you don't have a good, team dynamic. But what does family like mean to you in a sense of like just steering away from basketball at this point? Like, do you have a good like home life? Is everything good at home? Does it add to any stress? Like, just tell me a little bit about that.
My home life is pretty good. I mean, I really can't complain. My parents provide a roof over my head and a bed for me to sleep in. Like obviously, but I mean, my brother's 28 and living at home, so like I'm gonna live off my parents for as long as I can. But I mean, me and my dad have a great relationship. Like I don't have a lot of kids nowadays. I feel like they have like that best friend. Like they can tell their parents everything, like things that they're going out and doing. Like, oh, I'm having sex with this person, and I don't do like I'm not that close to my parents to do that. I feel like that's a little inappropriate. But with my mom, like I can really say she's my best friend without telling her those things. We fight like sisters. And at the end of the day, my dad, like he doesn't choose sides, but I mean he's basically normally always on my side. But no, like I have pretty good relationships with all of them.
Yeah.
I mean my sister doesn't. She's married and has a kid, but as for like the people I'm gonna be living with after I graduate, we all have a really good relationship. I think like there's no problems other than me and my mom fighting sometimes.
Yeah. So like, does your brother still living at home ever cause anything like in the house, or is your family super supportive of that?
I think my parents are ready for him to move out, but I mean he has enough money saved up. He's kind of just like living off them and they don't buy him stuff. He buys his own food. He's just literally like living in a room basically, using their water, whatever. But I mean they're ready for him to like move out, and they say, hey, like are you because he's looking for a house. He lived in an apartment. They were really expensive, so he decided to move out. But I mean my dad is more ready for him to go because it's my mom's son, so it's my half brother. But and my dad loves him to death, but it's like you're 28 years old, you have this money saved up, you're capable of getting a house, so instead of like living at home with your old parents, why don't like all of his friends have houses, why aren't you going and trying to do something with your life basically?
So like just reflecting back a little bit, regardless of like the things that are going on with like biology and your major and stuff like that, how you're stressed, what do you think has been like your motivation through all of this? Because you said that basketball has stressed you out a little bit during the season, and biology is stressing you out currently, but you sound like you have a really good support system. So what has been like your motivation through all of this?
For me, it's like proving certain people wrong. Like my dad's been very supportive of me, but he thinks if I take a break from school that I'm not going to go back and I'm not going to want to like be a dentist or go to dental hygiene school, which I completely understand that. I don't want to get comfortable in the job that I'm taking just because I'm making more money than what like just a normal job is for like high school kids.
Yeah.
But I kind of just want to prove him wrong. Like, hey, like I'm capable of doing this. I'm able to, and I'm not gonna like, I don't know, back down from just. I mean, he challenges me all the time, but I'm okay with that. But I mean, that's really it. Like I've always dreamed of being a dentist since I was in middle school. So like I feel like if I don't fulfill that dream, I'm basically like letting myself down.
Yeah. Because
I've wanted to do it all my life. So.
Do you have any like outside relationships that are helping you or like hurting you really as a person?
Yeah. I have some friends. So I have a boyfriend, and I guess, like, he's good friends with some of my friends, and they seem to have issues, and when they have problems, like they'll stop talking to each other and just like make it harder on me. And I'm very non-confrontational. I don't like drama. I don't like for my friends to be mad at somebody that I'm dating, basically. But yeah, they're like mad at, okay, so my birthday was Thursday, and I was upset with my boyfriend, so I started crying. Well, my friends didn't like that I was crying, and so they felt like they needed to take it upon themselves to talk to him. Well, I guess it didn't turn out too well, so now like he's mad at her and she's mad at him, but it's like a really big misunderstanding. So now they're kind of taking it out on me because I'm dating him, but like what am I supposed to do? Like they're kind of, I don't know, they're ignoring me. Like I haven't done anything wrong. Like you can't be mad at me because I'm still dating him.
Yeah.
Like you're not me, you're not him, and the problem is between the both of them. It's not with me. So I don't see why, if you're really my friend, like why are you having an issue with me too?
Yeah.
Like just because I'm around him, but I'm dating him, so why wouldn't I be around him? But I just feel like they're kind of fake and very unloyal, I would say, because I feel like people that I've just become friends with, like gotten closer with, are more loyal than people that I've been friends with all year, and well, like for 2 years now. So, I mean, I feel like they are stressing me out and weighing me down, but I don't know, I'm trying to like push them out and just like not think about them anymore. I mean, it's gonna be hard, but I think I'm capable of just like, because I'm about to graduate anyway, so.
Yeah. So you mentioned that you're non-confrontational.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't like confronting situations, how well is this working for you right now? Like pushing them out?
For me, it's okay because I know I haven't done anything wrong.
Yeah.
So it's like they want to treat me bad for something that I haven't done. So I'm okay with like just letting them go because they're being the bad person, not me. I haven't done anything wrong. So basically, they're just hurting me for something that they think that my boyfriend did. But it was a complete misunderstanding. Like they don't want to confront each other and talk about it because they've had issues in the past and stuff. But they were really good friends, so I don't understand, if you're really good friends, why wouldn't you just want to talk about it? But for me, I feel like there's nothing to talk about with her because I haven't done anything. She's the one causing the issues. Like, she doesn't want to talk to me for some odd reason. And then our other friend is kind of like more on her side. Like, they're just being fake. Like, I don't. So if you want to be fake towards me for something I haven't done, then, and I know they're talking crap behind my back. Like, I don't want anything to do with that, really.
Do you think that like this is hurting the way you're productive within your biology major, like with all your papers, or like do you think that this was sort of a reason that basketball stressed you out if they might have been your teammates? Were they?
Yeah. One of them was, I felt for my bio major, I feel like it doesn't really affect me as much because I feel like that's kind of my getaway because I don't have them in any of my classes. So I feel like when I go there, and my classes are really small, there's only like 5 to 6 people in my classes. So for me, like I have this little tight group of bio people that I like to hang out with, and they're all really nice. Like they don't like drama either. That's like my getaway. And then when basketball was around, we were really close. Like we were friends. We had some problems, but it wasn't like this. Like I feel like there's always an issue, and the issue like has a common denominator. It's always the person I'm dating or her, but it's always them together. So there's obviously an issue there that they just can't get along.
Yeah. Okay, well, reflecting back on everything that we've talked about today, do you think that there is absolutely anything that you can do to just make your situations better within your stressing out about your papers, the things going on with your friends, and just like your atmosphere in general? Do you think that there's any goals that you could set or anything that would make this a little better?
My biggest goal is graduation. So I feel like if I get all my work done, I'm set to graduate because, I mean, basically that is, like, I have all A's and B's this semester. I've been working really hard. So I feel like right now that's like my biggest, for school, that's my biggest goal. Like if I can just get all my work done, then I'll be able to graduate and I won't be stressing about like maybe not graduating. And then for like my friend stuff, I mean, my friends are still going to be in college, so I'll be gone, so like I won't really have to worry about their drama. I also have, like, the guy I'm dating is still going to be here, so I'll come back and visit, so I might see her around, but I'm not too worried about like that relationship because, I mean, she's obviously not worried about it, so But yeah, I mean, I don't really have any goals for that friendship. I
Yeah.
just kind of letting it go.
Well, Sydney, I really appreciate you coming in today and seeing me. Next time, we'll talk about things that you'll have going on next week, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.